What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You know, Vivica Fox recently came to Tamron Hall's show. And for those of you who remember the first time, I think like last year, she went to some other podcast or some other daytime television show. And she was talking about that she was looking, trying to find a guy and things like that.
Let's talk about what else you're wanting. Are you dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
Why? You're just not into
I'm
it.
old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that. Because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And
What are you looking for at this stage, this point?
a partner.
Yeah.
And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's not intimidated by who and what I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Gonna let me go shopping.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like you just spoke it into existence.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you just spoke.
and I'm taking applications.
Oh,
so if you got a friend.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll be all. We'll
And
be
I
on
don't
the
discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. Then you know that too.
hunt. Vivica's gonna stick around. She's laying down the law. We got some hot topics coming up. Right after.
However, some people, again, right, and the older as I get, I try to make it least about looks, because I see successful women all the time with very successful men, and usually when I see them, at best you're looking at somebody that's attractive, but obviously that's not the whole entire point, okay? They're doing something outside of just being attractive. So people were kind of getting on her because she's put on some weight. She's 60. She's still, decent looking. She's still not like maybe what she was like when she was 30. Obviously, she's 60. So people were making that to be the reason as to why, Vivica Fox can't get anybody. Like, look at you now. You're 60. It's your age. So she wanted to clarify that on Tamron Hall.
Let me tell y'all, it's not that I can't get a man. I got plenty of suits. I want to make that clear, okay? All right? Let's just get that straight. Ain't nobody sitting over here home alone and desperate.
Because then some of the people tried to spin it like, oh, now she's 60,
Yeah.
she's about to settle, poor her, she doesn't want to be alone.
No.
And you're like, no, you're assuming I'm alone.
Yes,
That's
and
a
that's
wrong
a bad assumption.
Right.
And you know what they say about assumption, okay?
I wanna go back to that situation if I can, all right? This is something that's very important for me. And this is what I'm talking about here, guys. So much of our content as men focuses on what some woman looks like. And of course, we know looks are important. We know that being a certain size is important for especially rich guys. But the way Vivica Fox was acting like, well, I don't really, I'm good, I'm blessed, I'm booked. You guys probably didn't hear that part. Ain't nobody wanting for something over here. I beg to differ. If you didn't make it as a joke, first of all, if that was true, you disrespected the man that you're seeing right now. And secondarily, if you don't have a man, arguably, we can say it has nothing to do with your looks. Why? Because Vivica Fox, outside of 50 Cent, has never been able to land a top-notch guy. Even if you want to say that was in her heyday, in her prime, she was still marrying guys that weren't as successful as her. Let's look at Tia Mowry. Tia Mowry, in her prime, married a young Corey Hardrick, a young, unproven Corey Hardrick. Now, can we say, was it a gamble? Yes. Was it a gamble that paid off? Yes. But what else can we say? In all honesty, we can say that Tia Mowry still was not able to get a guy on the level that she allegedly was supposed to be on. That's what we can say. With all sincerity, with all honesty, we can say that. And why? Is it because Tia Mowry was not beautiful? Tia Mowry is, for me, she's still very beautiful. Very good looking. And it goes back to Vivica A. Fox. A lot of women, and when we have conversations about women, we need to really stop deducing it to what they look like. Because that's, like I said, that's, I know a lot of brothers want to do that. We're talking about weaves. They got too many sandals. And that's true. They do have too many wigs, weaves, and sandals. We're going to be real. It's again, some of you sisters with these wigs and some of these weaves, it's getting out of hand, ma'am. I'm not trying to change the subject, but some of these sandals gotta go. and some of these wigs and some of these weaves, it's just, come on now, 4th of July wig, red, white, and blue weave. Y'all need to really, you have to stop this. But again, you know, that's not the issue. The problem is how you act every day and what you feel like you need to do to keep a man. And women just have a hard time understanding that of what a man wants. And this is why we're suffering right now with the dating world. Vivica A. Fox is 60, and I would argue that she has not learned a lot about men in the last 30 years. That's the problem, okay? She has the same entitlement towards men in the last 30 years. This is why men don't understand and don't get women in the modern era. We've probably never gotten women and understood women, but that's the issue. So wait a minute. I'm a man. I'm a very rich man. You feel that you're valuable. Okay, listen, I'm not even gonna charge it against you that you're older or that you don't have kids or whatever. I'm gonna only deal with what your perception is towards me and what are you willing to give me and what do you expect me to give you? I guarantee you a lot of men are gonna complain and say, you know what? The problem with her is let's remove the looks. And she expects X, Y, and Z, and then there is nothing that she needs to give me. So when you get older, it's easy for somebody to say, well, you know, look at her now, but that's a cop-out. That's how she's always been. And the reality is the same thing that happens in business. In business, and I've learned this the hard way, when you just have nothing to offer people or you expect everything, like I have some friends and they get pretty, you know, they get some brand deals, some really good brand deals, okay? Especially in the markets that I'm in. And these guys, well, the brand needs to pay for everything, you know, and it could be a brand in the billions of dollars that has, you know, all kind of international things. Well, the brand needs to give this to me. The brand needs to do that for me. The brand needs to do this and this all the time. What needs to happen? It's like, well, what value are you giving the brand? I mean, I understand that you as an individual have a platform and you feel like you're important, but there's many of you, and this is a deal that you can keep that can change the rest of your life if you're given the right KPIs. So what about what you need to do to hit these things to the brand? And whenever I talk to these guys, it's how much money can the brand give them? Like, I know guys who want to film crazy, ridiculous videos, right? All right, let me go call 5 brands and have them pay all their money for me to do this video. And you've never considered, well, what do they get for their money? They're gonna sponsor this, take it out of their budget to give it to you for what? Like, what do they get? And they don't even look at it like, well, so when the brand says, well, we don't want to renew or do any partnerships with you anymore, you're like, oh, that's messed up. Wow, that's not cool. That's not nice. And it's like, what were you giving anybody? You do not give anybody anything, therefore you expect to always get. You know, and that's the problem with Vivica A. Fox, the problem with Tia Mowry. Forget their age, forget their beauty. Of course, typically the most, you know, the younger or more attractive you are, to people, whatever it is, because it all depends on what somebody likes, the more you can get away with stuff. But the thing is, they're chicks in their youth. Like, look at what's going on with Summer Walker, okay? Summer Walker's attractive. Look at Keke Palmer, attractive. In their youth, they're taking care of guys in their youth. They can't even get guys right now to take care of them. Like, can you guys understand that? Even now, guys are like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Nah, you're going to have to pay for somebody now. Rich dudes don't even want you in your prime, and that's the problem. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shooter Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.